Let's say somebody got the flu, or maybe there is a upcoming operation coming or something like that. What are the safe measures here?
Well, that's a very common question. A lot of mothers worry that if they've gotten sick, is their baby going to get it through their milk? And the answer to that is no. In fact, the opposite is true. Usually you're most contagious with an illness right before the symptoms occur. So in other words, your baby has already been exposed to whatever illness you have. And what's in your milk is actually the antibodies for the baby to fight the illness. So continuing to nurse is going to make it less likely that your baby's going to catch whatever you have. So definitely, stopping nursing would be the worst possible thing for the baby's health, because it would take away the one aspect, that might prevent them from becoming ill. So with nursing babies, typically, they may avoid illness altogether, but even if they don't, they're going to have a less severe case than a baby who's not nursing. So I would say there's only very rare exceptions, like tuberculosis, and in that case, that might be a different issue. But for the vast majority of illnesses, it's not going to be a problem to nurse when you're ill.
And what about the medications and antibiotics or any other type of medications?
Medications are another common concern, and the vast majority of medications are considered compatible with nursing. And what that means is that the risks of not nursing are considered to be greater than the risks of continuing to nurse with a tiny, tiny bit of medication in the milk. We have an organization here in the United States called the Infant Risk Center, and you can go on their website at infantrisk.com. And their job is to help families and healthcare providers sort out, what medications and what medical procedures, are safe for breastfeeding families. That's a great resource. And I think in Europe, you have some other resources as well. I know that I was in touch with Lactation League of Greece, and they were one of the women who's very active there is also a pharmacist, and she was putting together some resources for the European breastfeeding mothers around this issue. But, I would say probably 99%, 95% of medications are considered compatible with nursing.
Mm-hmm. And we definitely will put all the links into the comments, and in description under the video, so you could check and people could check.
Yes. It's always good to check with the pharmacist, because some of it will depend too on the baby's age. Like the considerations might be a little bit different if you have a preterm baby, for example, than a term baby. Some of it will depend on the baby's age. The older the baby is, the less likely it's going to be for the medication to affect them. And especially if they're old enough to be taking solid foods, then less likely again. So there are some specific considerations, but again, it's a very rare thing. And even if there was a medication that someone had to take that was not compatible with breastfeeding, it would be possible for them to express their milk for a time and then go back to nursing if that's what they wanted to do.